Hi everyone, this is your mentor, Evangelist Marvelous. I've brought today again another topical issue or a very important topic I want us to look at, which I'll be looking at a topic that says, who is your true friend? Who is your true friend? There is a saying that says, when you show me your friend, I will tell you who you are. Because birds of the same feather flock together. You know, many of us, most often than not, will begin to ask ourselves a question. How do I know who is my real friend? And today we shall be discussing who a true or a real friend is. How do you choose your friend? Remember I told you initially, you are the one that's supposed to choose your friend. They don't choose you. You choose your friend. They don't choose you. And how do you know the true friend? And many of us have so many friends. So many. But today, we shall be considering how to know who is a true friend among those numerous friends we have. You know, true friends suffer with us. They suffer with us. Admirers, people that admire you, they pretend not to know that we are suffering. You see a young man struggling to stand at his feet or to become somebody. Even the people that are closely related to him will pretend not to know him because he has not stood by his feet. He is still struggling to stand. But the moment he makes money, people will start coming to claim relationship, to remind him how they are related. I'm your third cousin. I'm your father's nephew. But why the guy was struggling, nobody noticed him. That's when friends will start coming. They gather always in his house to drink. He prepares pepper soup, they drink. He takes them to party, they enjoy, he pays. But why? Or when he was suffering or struggling, nobody cared. Those ones are not true friends. Your true friend will stand by you when you're suffering. As a matter of fact, your true friends are those people that stood by you when things were not okay with you. When you were still struggling, those are your true friends, or your real friend. And when you were able to climb or stand, don't forget those ones. They are your real friend, not the one that's abandoned you when you are struggling, and when things become okay, they now remember you. Another point I want you to look at is this. You see, genuine friends always demand steady and costly reciprocal sacrifices made naturally and freely as part of their friendship. Genuine friends will always reciprocate love and sacrifices, but they are the ones who call parasites. Parasites, they are always after what they will benefit or get from you. It is in a man, it is in a woman. So how do you know your real friend? That the one that reciprocates gestures, kind injections. Not always bring, give me. There are so many parasites you need to cut off your life. They're always after your money. You are working, you earning salary, at the end of the month, they will start calling you. I'm not saying you should not help your friends. I'm not saying you will not help them. But friendship should be symbiotic, not parasitic. Not only you bring in. That means if you don't have that job you're doing, they will not call you on phone again. They will not come to your house again. They are just after your resources. There's no genuine love or affection there. So who is your true friend? You see, some so-called friends are still thinking and imagining what they will do for you. But real friends are already doing something. Yeah. They are doing something to sustain the relationship. They are doing something meaningful. But the ones that are so-called are still thinking, what do I do? Someone just, bought you some expensive good gifts. Could be a lady, could be a woman. and you have not reciprocated that love, you have not reciprocated it, you've not been able to reciprocate the love that has been showered to you or shown to you, you're still thinking or imagining. You are not a real friend. It's not as if you don't have, maybe if you don't have money, there are little things you can give. Not always give me, Oliver Twist, I need some more. You don't have anything to offer. Make sure you contribute. How do you know your true friend? Another way to know your new friend or your true friend is that a real friend, they're happy that you're succeeding. But fake ones will be wondering why you're succeeding ahead of them or how you succeed more than them. You're getting married. Your real friend will be happy for you. And they will stand by your side and help you to plan. But fake ones will just open their teeth and laugh. But it does not cross their heart. It doesn't enter their heart. They just smile by their teeth. But within them, they are not happy that you get married before them. You know, they are not happy. Excuse me. Hello. Yeah. Hi, Anna. How far? How many words? What do we have? What do we have? Saturday or Monday, I don't understand. I don't know the person I be on Monday. Sorry for that break in transmission. I had to attend some more important matters to avoid distraction. So we are talking about your real friend. Your real friend, when things are going on with you, they're happy with you. You bought a new car, they're happy. You built house, they'll come for your housewarming. But fake ones, they will just pretend to be happy. But right within them, they're not happy. They're asking why you should be progressing more than them. They are not your real friend. They are not your real friend. You have to be mindful of them. Is there anyone that comes to you that is your friend? There's not anybody that comes to you that is your friend. Some friends don't visit you. You are the only one visiting them. Those ones are not your real friend. A friend will visit you at all costs, even if you live in a very far place. If he wants to visit you, he will visit you. But fake ones will keep on giving an excuse while they have not been able to visit you. You are the only one visiting them. But they will give you 20 and 40 reasons why they cannot visit you. Those ones are not your real friend. You know? Your real friend will risk. You will risk, for the name of friendship. You take risk because of you. Yeah. But the one that are not real friend, they will not take any risk because of you. Your real friend will take a risk. In fact, your friend is your second you. Your real friend is your second you. There are some friends that are still closer than a brother. When you have problem, they are the ones you will see. For instance, there is misunderstanding between you and somebody and you get arrested. They are the ones that will stand and make sure that you are out of cell. These are your real friends. When you have issue, before your brothers and sisters are there, they're already there. Maybe in the hospital, or hospitalized. They are there at your bedside, keeping you company. Maybe you are still single, you've not gotten married, you don't have husband or wife yet. Your real friends will stand by your side when you have problem. But the fake ones will pretend not to hear that you have issue. You might be in the police custody for days. They will pretend not to have had it. They are not your real friend. These ones are only friends when things are going on, when the pump is rushing or when things are okay. When you're having problem, they will disappear. They will not be bold enough to associate with you at your difficult problems at times. When you are in the university struggling, they don't know you. They don't know you are existing. They've not even visited you in school. They've not even sent you 1,000 naira. They've not even given you 200 naira recharge card as a student struggling to stand. By the moment you graduate from the university and get a very wonderful job. See them crowding you. They'll crowd you like flies, pretending to be family members and friends. But when you were struggling, they were not there. They couldn't give you a cup of rice or garri when you were in school. When you are doing what is it called? When you are doing Okada, struggling to pay your way through the university, they don't care. They never care to know you. When you are carrying block and cement at every semester holiday or break for you to be able to pay your school fees and buy handouts and notes, they will pretend not to know you or not to be your friend or your family. The moment you finish your school and God helps you get secure a good job in a different, that's when you stay. Those ones are not your friends. Be mindful of them. By the time they hear that you're getting married, they are not happy. They are asking why you're getting married before them. If you bought a car, they are not happy. They are asking why should this guy buy a car before me. You built a house, you invited them for housewarming. They came. But within them, they are not happy. I've heard of people that poisoned the invited guests in a wedding with unfriendly friends, out of bitterness, out of envy, jealousy, anger, to ruin their friends' occasion. So let us be careful of whom we call our friends. Some of you went to university as a virgin, but because of the kind of persons you associate yourself with, they lured into club. You start going clubbing in the night. Instead of you to stay in the hostel and study, you start following them to the club. Before you know it, and they know that you're a virgin, they will organize some gang of boys to rape you, so that all of you become the same thing. But they know that there's dignity in virginity. There's dignity in chastity. There's dignity in purity. And they don't want you to be bigger than them spiritually, because once you are a virgin, spiritually you are high. And they want you to become like them. They will lure you to where you'll be raped. So they can even get you drugged and rape you, so that all of you become the same level. So be mindful of whom you call your friend. Some of you, the people you associate with, lure you into cultism. That's why you must be mindful of whom you call your friend. I've heard of a boy that is in university. I think he's studying engineering also. And some of his friends lured him into what? I don't know. The guy was just in school, and some of his friends are into all this fraud. What offense did he commit? They just deceived him and used his account number to collect money. The money they duped, or the money they collected for somebody in a dubious way. And the boy innocently submitted his account number, thinking I was helping a friend. He never knew they were trying to get him involved in a fraudulent activity. And when the matter got out, when the yawa gasped, the boy got arrested. And those boys that brought me to ran away. The boy's parents paid to their nose before he was released. He was just trying to help his friend, not that he was a fraudster. But those ones, they were very wise. They never wanted to use their account number to receive the money. So they met their innocent customers and said, please, my bank is having an issue. Please, can I use your account number to receive money from a friend? Unknown to him, innocently, he gave his account number to a customer or a friend. And they used to receive money. Money they duped somebody, or the money they collected from somebody in a notorious and dubious manner. And when the problem came out, the boy was arrested and he was innocent. He never spent a dime from the money, but because he was trying to help a friend. That's why be mindful of the kind of person you call your friend. So all that glitters is not good. I've heard of a friend that slaughtered his friend with his mom. How and what? What happened? The guy was very, very intelligent, extremely brilliant. He used to come first in the class. And during the exams, he used to help his friend in the school. But the boy was very, very envious and jealous of his friend. One day he invited him to come to his house. he came. When he came, the boy also introduced his friend, that brilliant one, to his mom. Unknown to this boy that the mother is a witch. So when the boy came, the mother was one that approached me and said, please, my son, I heard that you are an intelligent boy. My boy wants to write an external exam. Please, I want you to go and write for him. He's your friend. And the boy said, okay, I will help him. He never knew that they already planned to kill him. After his stay was over, he was on his way going. That was how he was killed, murdered in a cold blood. The mother and his son killed the boy. Why did they kill him? Out of envy. Why would this one be the one that will be teaching my son in school? Why will he be coming first when my son is always last in the class? Why will he be the one writing for my son? Out of envy, they just killed him and poisoned him. The boy just died. And many people have been poisoned because of that. Why? I heard of a young promising guy that finished university and got a job in either Texaco or that Texaco, right? American company, either Texaco or Chevron. The guy was doing amazingly well. He has already started building his house in the village, and equally where he lived, he resides in the city. They poisoned him. The people he called his friend poisoned him. He died. Why was he poisoned? Because they were jealous of him, that he was going or getting ahead of them in the office. He was being promoted higher than them, and they started the same one before him. And many of them, out of jealousy and envy, they conspired, they poisoned him. The guy died. These are the people he called his friends. We should be mindful of who we call our friends, youths. I've heard of how some girls backstabbed their girlfriends and snatched away their husband to be. This is the person you call your best friend. You trusted that person, but the same person you trusted backstabbed you and snatched away your husband. In the same vein, I've also heard of a man that wanted to get married to a pretty lady, very intelligent and very brilliant girl. So this guy told his best friend he would have been his best man if that marriage had worked. Both of them went to the girl's house to see the parents. The moment the man set his eye on the friend, he became jealous of his friend. He went behind his friend, cornered this girl, because the man that wanted to marry the girl was very short. But this one now is very tall and also very rich. He went, cornered the girl, and got married to her. The person he called his friend. So betrayals. So let us be mindful of the people who call our friends. Let us be mindful of the people who call our friends. I've equally learned of two persons, apprentices, that went to learn business. They are from the same village. Two good friends. When they went the way they were doing the apprentice, the other one was extremely intelligent and highly favored, highly gifted as well. So he obtained favor before their master. Their master loved him so much because he's very honest and very truthful. And the other one was always stealing, lying, misbehaving, and he was the first boy. Because his friend was honest and very straightforward, so the master now loved his friend more than him, and he became jealous of his friend. He poisoned his friend. His friend died. How do we know? He started confessing later. So let us be mindful of who we call our friends. Let us be wise. Let us choose our friends wisely. Because if Judas could afford to betray Jesus, he was among the 12 disciples, one of his friends. He betrayed you with a kiss. Those ones you call your friends can equally betray you. So be mindful of who you call your friend. I've told you how to identify a true friend when you know him. Anyone that is a parasite is not a true friend. Friendship should be symbiotic, give and take, not parasitic. And when you're struggling, they are not there. It's only when the money started coming that they now started being around you, crowding you like flies, always at your house, because they know each time you come, you buy wine and bring food and this. And when you don't have any food, nobody visited you. So be mindful of who you call your friend. Be mindful of who you bring into your house to live with you. I've heard of a friend that brought in his friend. Both of them are living in the same house. And the same friend who doesn't have a job, doesn't have anywhere, anything he does. His friend brought him into his own store. Both of them were in the same store. The same friend passed back, went and paid for the store and pushed his friend away. The same person that brought him into his own house and gave him a place where they are doing their business, he went at his back, met the landlady of the house, paid, increased the amount of money and paid, and took over the house. He even took over the store. So let us be careful. Because the world, if things are happening, wisdom is the principal thing. All you're getting, get understanding. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to draw the curtain here. Please keep sharing this video. I also want to know what you think about this video at the comment section. Till I come your way next time, I remain Evangelist Marvelous, your tele evangelist and your mentor. Thanks for watching. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.